At this point, there is a controller. Right? No. So controller is having a function known as action, and we can attach the view and view support the Razor programming. No. So display area is at that end. So display area is your CS HTML file. As you can see, dashboard. As you can see, user interface. No. Why we are learning basically MVC request lifecycle? What's the reason? I want to customize the MVC request lifecycle. Why? Listen first. And we have the route table. So first is key, second is the pattern, and third is your ID as optional. True. And your route table is managed by the URL routing module. URL routing module. Routing module. So user at this point so whenever user request to MVC controller, request first goes to URL routing module class point 1. Look at the processing steps. So whenever user request to MVC, first request goes to URL routing module. URL routing module checks your requested route is available in route table or not. If it is available, then URL routing module forward the request to the route handler. Route handler. So what is the role of a route handler? Route handler internally implement the interface is route handler. Okay. So route handler class internally implement the interface is called route handler. An iRoute handler interface is having a function called get HTTP handler. We will see the function name get HTTP handler or get handler. So the function of this interface returns to iHTTP handler. So we have one more interface is I HTTP handler, I HTTP handler. And topic is why you want to customize the request pipeline, or what is a request pipeline? What are the processing steps for MVC request pipeline? So first, URL routing module. Second, route handler. Route handler class internally implement the I route handler, and I route handler interface is having a function called get HTTP handler, and return type of this function is this interface. And this interface is having a property, is called is usable, is reusable, as a boolean get or set, return true or false. And the function in this interface is process request. The most important topic of the most important part of MVC request pipeline is process request. Okay. So process request is a abstract function of this interface. And this function acts as a main. So who implements, Sandeep, this interface or defining this interface, defining this function is MVC HTTP handler. Okay, okay. MVC HTTP handler. One, URL routing module. Second, route handler. Then MVC handler. Now listen carefully. So route handler is basically class is implementing the interface called HTTP handler, or this interface is having a function called get handler or get HTTP handler. The return type of this function is associating to this interface. So function of one interface can return to other interface, right? And this interface is being implemented by the class called MVC handler or MVC handler, HTTP handler we will see. And this class is implementing this interface. And obviously, this class is defining the method called process request. And process request function is set to be entry point for MVC controller. Okay, okay. Process request is basically set to be entry point for MVC application. It acts as a main function in window application or WPF or even the .NET Core. So process request function behaves as an entry point as a main for the MVC application. Now, for the MVC application, okay, okay. Now, this is my development for MVC application. Action to view, view to action. So, process request function act as an entry point, and overall process request function is responsible to load the controller into memory. Not process request, but journey begins from a process request function to load the control class into memory. Okay. So at this point, we have the factory, we have the controller factory. Okay, okay. So we have the controller factory. at this point. Controller factory. Or say factory. It means controller factory class is being called from the process request function which act as a main to instantiate or to load the controller class into memory. Okay. Now, I got Sandeep. So, process request, why you don't believe there is a class called A and we have main, right? Short, we have main. So main is the entry point for this class. So main can decide we have to load this class into memory for instantiation or not. Okay. So we write here A space A1 is equal to new A. So internally controller factory is responsible somehow somewhere for writing the new operator for controller as you're writing a new operator. If you don't write a new operator, class will not instantiate and there is no heap operation done. So similarly, kahin na kahin controller factory is responsible for a memory allocation of controller class. That's different thing, Sandeep. From where control factory gets loaded into memory? From the main. So main is basically act as a, not main, process request function act as a main, and this function is calling the controller factory for instantiation of controller class. Then controller class default constructor will be called, then journey comes next pipeline, next request lifecycle. Okay.
Sir,
Intentionally, I don't
sir,
want to intentionally. Intentionally. The question is, I want to make a, now it means if I say I'm having the URL in MVC, so URL moves till the entire steps and load the view and render the view and gives output to browser. So it means if you have the URL available in route table, URL available in route table, then look at request pipeline. It starts from your routing module until your view engine is called iView interface. Okay, what do you want? Tell me one thing. I want to display a message in MVC. So new batch for .NET Core. Take an example, Saturday, Sunday. New batch for .NET Core, Saturday and Sunday. Timing we will discuss. So now open MVC. Someone says to open MVC. Yes, I opened. Go to controller, add action. Right within action response or write. You can flash a message, something, somewhere, something. Or you can go for making a view, your choice. Click right mouse action, get a view. And you can drop the message in a view. You can write a message within the response or write within the action function, or you can right mouse click, you can get a view, you can drop the message in view. So user comes, he requests to your URL and he is getting the message about a new batch. Don't you think it's expensive operation just for messaging Sandeep? Don't you think it's expensive operation just for messaging? ठीक है, you got a display window, you got a view window, you got a template area, you can write a message as ASPX, as Angular HTML, Angular template. You can do messaging at displays. It's a display board as a notice board. But don't you think, so come to this notice board You have to cross entire life cycle and all the steps you have to perform. What do you want? You customize the MVC request lifecycle in such a way that I should not just for displaying a message, I should not go for controller. Okay. You load the controller when you want to go for repository, you want to go for unit of work, you want to go for performing any database operations, you want to go for your controller can call repository, repository can call the others layer. So controller can call business logic layer, business logic layer can call repository layer. When you want to go for these kind of activities, I prefer to go for loading the controller or requesting you by the controller. Do you know what is .NET Core? So, so what happens in Core? A request comes from browser, gives to, obviously the request comes at server, IIS, then server forward the request to Castrol, okay, and later on Castrol, with the help of someone, again main there, program.cs, and program.cs is having a main and responsible, main responsible for instantiating the startup class, okay, startup class. Then we are getting two function, configure services and second called configure, writing short configure services, and second called configure function, configure function. Then we can configure services function is having the inbuilt middleware to load the control, to load the controller. Intentionally, I don't want to load the controller. Reason is I'm not basically invoking the repository or database operation or post operation and put operation. I don't want to go for that operation. Why I go for loading the controller? Similarly, just for flashing the message, why I do such why I move for the uh, the complete steps to be executed in a memory. What do you want? Can we minimize the steps? Otherwise, it's expensive in terms of steps just for flashing a message. Do one thing. Let the request comes to server, yes sir, then to Castrol, then to main, then to startup.cs. Now apply middleware. Apply middleware is called use, okay, is called run, inbuilt middleware, run, and you use function takes a parameter, HTTP context, okay. Use function takes a parameter, HTTP context, and when you have a context, you're having a response dot write. Response dot write, you want to go for message, flashing a message, no? Flashing a message, you go by this function, download the controller. Similarly, I want also in MVC Sandeep sir, but just for messaging, I don't want to load the view into memory. And view means action, control everything. Okay. So we have inbuilt middleware in .NET Core, use when, map when, run. You can choose anyone. You can flash the masses and not to go for controller. Achha. It means if you go for map, so by the map, we can make our own URL for my function. Achha. Map is basically inbuilt middleware. There we can define the URL for having my function. Otherwise, function at controller level. Okay. Similarly, Sandeep sir, you customize in such a way that the MVC request lifecycle, you should not load the controller into memory. You should not load the controller into memory. Okay, Sandeep sir, I got your point. I should not load the controller into memory for just for messaging, just for pop up the masses, or just for messaging, text masses, whatever. So, okay. In this case, Sandeep sir, what will be URL? What will be URL? Because the user needs a URL. And if you give a URL, then anyhow, all the steps will be executed internally, and then control comes, then action comes, then view comes. Now tell me .NET Core, you have the map, you give a path, na? Same thing I'm asking you na, in MVC, how I can give a path so that this path should not trigger the controller. This could be possible when you customize the MVC handler. Okay. If I customize the route handler and MVC handler in such a way that this request should not trigger unwantedly controller just for messaging. But this is a very expensive part. If you have project level architecture, repository, unit of work, database operation, then you go for it there. It means by the map function, we can make a URL, and control also gives me URL as a route. Both gives me as a URL. Okay. And if I, Sandeep sir, customize the route and customize the MVC handler, then we can make own URL. That's great. Give me that URL. If I customize the route handler and MVC handler, if I'm supposed to make a new URL and that URL does not load the control into memory, thanks, yaar. Come on, give me that, Sandeep sir, that URL. Okay. So if I customize the route handler and MVC handler, we can get a URL, and that URL never concerned for loading the control into memory. Yes, I want that. So as such, there is no inbuilt middleware for in MVC as such. But by customizing the MVC handler, you can make your own middleware. Okay. You mean to say, if you customize the route handler and MVC handler, you make your own middleware for your processing, not for controller. Keep in mind, not for controller, but your middleware for processing some task. Okay. How we can do? That's different thing how we can do. But look at mathematics. I'm having the class called route handler. So do one thing, change this route class. Again, runtime polymorphism. Request comes to URL routing module. URL routing module will not forward the request to. Request comes to URL routing module. And URL routing module will not forward the request to route handler. Rather than URL routing module will forward the request to Suchi handler. And Suchi handler can forward the request to Bilal MVC HTTP handler, or Bilal MVC HTTP handler will implement the interface called IHTTP handler. Sir, I got the point. IHTTP handler interface is having a function called process request. Great. And this function takes a parameter. HTTP context. Ho gaya kaam. HTTP context is done. I got my answer, Sandeep sir. Now this function takes parameter HTTP context. And when you have the context, then you can have the request, response, everything you have session there. So by the response, right, we can do this messaging as we have done in map function. So map function allowed to make a path, then your function name. So you go for function, okay, and you go for response router, right? Right, asynchronous operation. So overall, map function calls those method which takes parameter as HTTP context or I application builder, whatever. Or use function takes also parameter as. So forget that one. I'm not basically moving to the .NET Core, but I'm trying to compare how we can do same persona in .NET Core because I don't want to hit to my URL, my route control unwantedly. So for this, we have inbuilt middleware, you can use it. And what about something MVC? You have to customize the MVC route handler and MVC handler so that it does not comes to the controller level. In this case, replace this class and make Suchi handler class. Replace this class, make as a Bilal HTTP handler class. And they can define this method and they can have. But something say, what about the route? What about the URL? Wait, I will give you URL. I will give you URL for your business logic. Okay, okay. I will give you URL for your business logic, not for the controller. Got it. Got it. So can you go for practical? Yeah, I will today go for practical. So please, I want practical for this.